Solent.
Yeah, Becky is on from 10 o'clock tonight, and ahead of that we have Solent Sport, where we've got it every night from 6 o'clock, building up to the game tonight that we are bringing you here on BBC Radio Solent. AFC Bournemouth taking on Luton Town in the Premier League. But this is not just any game. This is because back in December the fixture was abandoned when the Hatters captain, this is Tom Lockyer, collapsed on the pitch.
Tom Lockyer is on the floor here. I didn't see any collision between anybody. The medical sign was made there by the physio, and they make a hand signal.
Given the incredibly difficult circumstances this afternoon, the game has been suspended.
There we go, the game being suspended. Well, Tom is on his road to recovery, and this rearranged match is an opportunity for fans of both teams to acknowledge all the good things that came from that really scary moment. Luton Town manager Rob Edwards has been speaking ahead of the fixture this evening.
I think it will be emotional going back and reliving that experience, but we know we have to do it, and I know there's some plans. Locks to be able to meet the people that helped save his life, and he'll be able to see the supporters as well, their supporters as well, who were unbelievable on the day, their players, their staff.
Wow, I mean, that chance to say thank you to someone who saved your life, it really is emotional. Another great thing ahead of tonight is that Bournemouth fans have been paying for the returning Luton fans, for their coaches basically. Match tickets used at the abandoned game can be used again tonight for the Hatters fans, but there was an additional cost of travelling to the south again, of course, for the second time. So in response to that, the Cherries Trust and Talking Cherries, they led a joint campaign to pay for some of the away supporters' coaches, and it's just such a great act of generosity that has been so recognised as well, and we're going to hear from some of the Luton fans who have benefited from that this afternoon. Let's speak to Les Miller, who he is the LTFC Trust Treasurer, and he's on the coach at the moment. Hello, Les.
Hello, Lucy.
Hello. Happy coach times. Can I get a bit of a cheer from the others around you, Les? Go on.
They want a cheer on the radio. I don't think anybody was expecting that.
Go on, I want it. I want a bit of coach cheer. Ready?
Come on, some cheers.
They got there in the end.
Yeah.
Les, do you know what? It's one of these stories. It's just had so many levels to it, so many dimensions to it. And here we are, the actual day. You're coming back for the match. You're on the road. What's the feeling in the coach at the moment?
I think everybody's a bit sort of apprehensive, not really knowing what to expect, how it's going to affect people. I think some people will definitely be affected by the emotion of it, going back to where they witnessed such an awful event. On the day we were all there, suddenly saw Tom go down on the floor for no apparent reason, and having seen it at Wembley 6-7 months earlier, it was obviously very worrying. Nobody could get signals on their phones to find out what was going on, and some people were actually in home to get updates from their family at home.
Yeah, so I mean, there is, like you say, there's a lot of emotion, isn't there, coming back for this game, and also the fact that Bournemouth have. I mean, what's your reaction to this? The Bournemouth fans rallying around fundraising to raise money to put you on coaches to come back for this match as well. I mean, that's so heartwarming, for you guys.
Yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic gesture. And, it just shows that just because you support different teams doesn't mean you have to sort of fight with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. So where are you now then on your travels, Les? Where have you got to?
We're on the M25 Junction 14 just coming up, but we've had some hold-ups. The M1 was closed for a stretch. Mm-hmm. But we're on our way.
You're on our way, yeah. Are you used to travelling a lot then? Do you travel a lot following Luton? Have you done many miles on many motorways?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've only missed, other than during COVID, I've missed 5 away games since 1976. So it's a fair few miles.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And what do you expect from this game tonight? Because there's going to be some quite emotional moments, aren't there?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to know how the players are going to react to it. I think the players from either side could be affected, not just ours. But, we've got a lot of injuries at the moment, and hopefully the Bournemouth players will be as generous as their fans. But
yeah. Wow, when the football starts, I think it's a different story, isn't it, Les? Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
We might have funded your coaches, but when they start kicking the football around, it's like how many coaches? Because when I last spoke to you, there was 3 coaches being funded. How did that end up, Les?
It is 3. And
okay.
Any surplus beyond that is going to be donated to the British Heart Foundation, I believe.
Excellent. So it's all going to a good cause. Do you know that Bournemouth fans have done this before? Back in 2014, there was an FA Cup game. I'm sure you do know. Against
Forest Green, I believe.
Yeah, Burton Albion. Actually, it was postponed.
Burton.
Yeah,
Sorry,
due to weather.
Yeah.
And did this before. Had a whip round to pay for the returning coaches.
Yeah. It's an amazing gesture, really. As I say, it's something that we, had no right to expect. Us never even gave it a thought, at the time. And it was only later when we got a message to say what was happening. And, I believe the initial target covered the cost of 1 coach. So to get 3 paid for is, absolutely wonderful.
Does this mean officially you adopt us as your second team, Les?
Yeah, if you're allowed a second team.
Yeah, maybe not for tonight, though. Okay, so I'm going to get a score prediction from you then. Bournemouth, Luton Town. How is this going to go?
Well, I always back Luton to win 3-1 with the bookies wherever we play, so I've got to go 3-1 Luton.
You're going 3-1. I thought you might say something like that, Les.
To be honest, with our injury situation, I'd take a point.
Okay. Listen, really nice to speak to you. Safe travels, Les, and we'll catch up with you a little bit later. It's nice to have it. Hope the traffic's a bit kinder to you as you head towards the Vitality Stadium. All the best, Les. Thank you. Yeah, bye. Brilliant. Bye. Les there, Les Miller is the LTF Luton Town Football Club Trust treasurer, and he's on one of those coaches that the Cherries have got together and paid for. And coming up, we're going to be speaking to Gail Hope from the Cherries Trust. She'll be at the ground and she'll tell us what Cherries Trust will be doing tonight ahead of this replayed match. It's BBC Radio Solent with Rod Stewart.